All right, welcome everyone to Ask Hypnotica. This is a healthy day. What I mean by that is we're going to actually go into the health realm. Someone, actually Augusto from Ontario, asked me this question. He said, what's your diet like and your reasoning behind it? And what resources do you have for us to keep learning and maximizing our nutrition? Well, let's start from the beginning. Literally the beginning, when man basically, really, in my opinion, ate veggies. I am a pretty much a full-blown vegan. It's taken me about 4 years to get to this point, and it's taken a lot of slippage. If you don't know what that means, it means that it's been on and off, on and off, and on and off. And most of the gurus that are teaching the health at this level will say it's taken them about 4 years to a little bit later than that as well. You get a few that could just jump right on, but that wasn't me. So the main thing that I'm going to talk about, if you're talking about health and nutrition, is there's different levels, okay? And I want you to understand that there's bottom dwelling, which is what they call the typical SAD diet, the standard American diet. And then there's absolute optimal nutrition, all right? We're going to talk about optimal nutrition, all right? So when people ask about what my diet is, and it can sometimes get a little inconsistent depending on stress levels or things that are going on in my life or traveling and things like this. So I'm not perfect yet. I will be. But this is how it begins. The first thing is I do my best. Well, I can't say my best. I do my damnedest to eat what they call living food. And living food, first of all, is the healthiest form of food that there is. Now, I might go all over the place in this one because you're asking a lot. So I'm going to try to break this down whichever way I break it down today. Okay. First thing is living food. The main thing you want to understand is I don't think about it like I don't eat food, okay? I eat frequency. And frequency is really what the body runs off. It's electromagnetic. It's an energetic body. And food has different levels of energy in it. And I know I'm going to get a little woo-woo, but you know what? I'm ahead of the game. I study with the best of the best and the top dogs in the field. So you guys will catch up if you're one of those people out there that's going to try to hate on me. So you'll catch up. If you don't, eat the way you do. You'll probably die. Not saying that you should, just saying step it up, bro. Anyways, frequency. The human body runs optimally about 68 to 75 hertz. That's healthy, okay? Cancer starts to develop, anything less than 50 hertz when you're moving on down the scale. So if we're looking at food, you're looking at like, say, wheatgrass. Wheatgrass is 90 hertz. Rose is about 320 hertz. Good healthy food right out of the garden can be right at that healthy optimal level. Meat, I think it rated at like 5 hertz and down there. And there's a doctor called Dr. Valerie Hunt. She was a USC professor. She's a multiple doctorate, very smart, studied this. And they show the effects of energy on the food that we eat. And the documentation that she has is absolutely amazing when she's doing Carrillo photography, and they're basically watching people's energy when they're eating. And when they were eating healthy food, live food, organic food, you could see their aura just expanding and getting stronger. And then when they switched it and they went to eating chips, hamburgers, coffees, things like this, it went in. And actually on the Carrillo photography, there's actually videos out there where you actually see the meat sucking energy in, whereas if you take like a wheatgrass or a sunflower sprout and they do it, there's like a 3-foot energy that comes out of it. So when you're talking nutrition, the main thing is if you can eat optimally, which everyone can, okay? Don't BS yourselves and think that you can or that it's too expensive, because the best foods in the world are the most affordable if you're willing to go that distance. Most people aren't, but most people are probably going to suffer later in life as well. Really, the corporations want you to do that, so go ahead. Keep doing that. You're making them rich. So you have this level of optimal health. And the way it works is like this. Live food, living food, which basically means it's still alive when you consume it, can transfer what they call bioenergy to you. It's the transfer of energy to you directly through biogenesis. And one of the cool things about that is that you can grow your own food. And you can grow your own food very healthily, and you can grow your own food readily, and you can grow it pretty much anywhere in the world if you're eating sprouts. Sprouts can be any of the nutritious food. You got lentils, you got quinoa, you got green pea sprouts, you got wheatgrass, you got all kinds of things. And it's pennies on the dollar. Literally, it's pennies on the dollar. 1 pound of seeds equals about 10 pounds of sprouts. and they can be literally grown anywhere. So let's just jump a little bit all around the board here. There's a very cool thing that's called hope. You've probably heard of it. However, hope in the ways that I'm going to explain it is going to correlate more to food. In the first 15 to 30 minutes when food is cut from the stalk, it loses the hope. And the hope is your hormones, your oxygen, your phytochemicals, and your enzymes. Now, your body really needs these to break down the food and absorb it. It's not really the food that you eat, it's the food that you absorb in your body. And if you can't absorb the food, then you're not going to get the nutrients. Understand that. Now, there's different levels of going up the scale. When you eat living food, basically it has the enzymes, the cofactors, the nutrition, the minerals, the vitamins there. And so when you eat them, they're readily digested because the more you chew them, or if you drink them even better, it goes right into your bloodstream and it's easily absorbed. And when it's easily absorbed, your body gets very nutritious foods and you thrive. Compared to if you eat crappy food and sugars and stuff like this, you pretty much don't thrive. So it's a commitment. And it takes a little bit to get used to. And anytime someone wants to make this shift, I say just start slowly and work your way there. If not, you'll go all over the place and drive yourself crazy. So do yourself a favor and just pick something to work on. Maybe it's just growing sprouts. And I'm going to do a video later on how to grow sprouts and how to grow mung beans and how to grow green peas and how to grow your own food, because that's really, I believe, God's way that he wanted us to eat. It's in the Bible. It's in all the texts, all the religious texts that are out there. It's, eat from the herb-bearing fruits and trees and bushes and grains and all that good stuff. So if you eat that way, you're going to thrive. Now, just to let you know, I'm 44. I'm strong as an ox. I'm healthy. And trust me, I lived a pretty wild lifestyle. So it's kind of funny when I'm out partying and stuff like this, in the morning I'd get my green juice, I'd get my blue-green algae, and I'd go. And I look at people that never partied before in their lives and they're healthy, and I look at them and go, damn, that's scary. So if I ate this way for a good part of my life, I guarantee I'd look 10 years younger and be a lot stronger. But, sometimes people are just slow to learn. Now, when you're eating food, live food, the other thing that you can really be happy about is that you know what's in it. Like the stuff that they're putting in foods, GMOs and stuff like that. I know a lot of people think it's bullshit, but you know what? I study a lot of the best scientists of the world, and they just really can't yet keep up with the corporations who really want you to eat their food. Matter of fact, not only do they put GMOs in your food, and they make sure that they have scientists working 24/7 to find out how they can make the food more addictive so that you are more apt to eat it. They actually are now putting synthetic opiates in the food to make you more addictive. Every single major corporation. And if you don't think it's true, you might want to look up David Kessler, who used to be the head of the FDA, and he said he couldn't do it anymore. So it lets you know what's going on. They want you addicted to their food. They want you sick because they're all hand in hand, and they really don't give a shit about your health. So when you do your own food and you juice and you have a garden and things like this, you're going to find that your health gets extremely powerful. Extremely powerful. Every single person that I put on green drinks and had them eating right thrived, and they feel good, and their energy is consistent, and they just feel amazing. The problem is most people don't know that they have to be active as well and exercise. A lot of times they say these vegans and stuff like this, and they're all scrawny and sucked up. Well, first of all, they're just eating probably greens, and they're not getting the caloric density that they need in their food. And they're just not eating enough, first of all. And then they're not working out. So, of course, they're going to look scrawny and sickly. And they need to smarten up so it shows a vegan lifestyle can be happy and strong. I'm a strong dude, okay? I'm like, booyah. All right? I'm no meat eater. I've been eating meat for a long time. Almost 7 years now. So, you can thrive. Anyways. So, these people don't really give a shit about your health. Okay. And as a matter of fact, I would say that the corporations are pretty close to treason, because obesity is at a ridiculous rate. When you have kids that are 14 that got diabetes, when you have kids where autism used to be like 1 in 10,000, now it's down to 1 in 68. By the year 2025, they're expecting 1 in 2 kids will have autism. You know what? It has to do a lot with the food we're eating. Male testosterone is down. It's probably from the estrogens in the food that they're doing. Women's menstruation rates used to be like 14, now they're at 9. Okay, it's the hormones in the food that you continue to eat. So you think it doesn't matter? It absolutely does matter, because the way the body looks at all these things, plasticizers and everything that's going on in the water, it's estrogen mimicking. And Men, you don't want estrogen going through your body. So, like I said, I'm no one going all over the place a little bit here, but I'm going to basically tie it down to this. If you eat healthy, you're going to feel healthy. If you eat live food, you're going to feel alive. You eat dead food, you're going to feel dead. Simple. Okay. Now, the way I do is I have a garden. Okay. I grow my own green sprouts, and it's so easy. Like literally, it's so easy. Like the lentil legume is basically one of the healthiest foods that you can eat. The Olympic Society basically said it was the most energy producing food. And let's say you get a bunch of seeds. And what are seeds? They're like next to nothing, okay? Maybe $2 for a pound, if that, organic. All right. And what you do is you soak them overnight. You basically put them in a strainer the next day, and you water them twice a day. And pretty soon, they'll grow a little tail. When that tail grows, you know it's bioactive. It means it's alive, and the enzymes and the nutrition and the minerals are strong, and they're ready to be absorbed. You eat it like that, you're good to go, okay? Live food, healthy, makes you thrive, okay? Compared to the McDonald's down the street or any of the dead food that you're eating, filled with, like I said, the GMOs, or the MSG, which they literally changed it. There's like 45 different names for it. It was literally a nerve agent in Vietnam, and they put that in your food. They really don't care. They put it in babies' food. They really don't care. So, you want them controlling your life, or would you rather just take control because it's really not that hard? I will do a bunch of videos on this because I want you guys to feel the healthiest, and I want you to be healthy and understand that there's levels and levels and levels to it. So this is just kind of me giving you a little kick in the ass that you can eat healthy and easily and cheaply. Okay, just because you want to go to Whole Foods and buy the stuff that's been cut, literally, I think it's, 3 hours afterwards. Like most of the nutrition, I'd say 30% of the nutrition is gone, even for anything organic in the garden. Now, you can eat weeds as well. Dandelion is a great weed that you can eat. Super healthy. It detoxifies your liver, and you can get that probably right outside right now if you didn't weed. Okay, it's one of the healthiest weeds for you. It's 30 times more nutritional dense than anything pretty much that you can grow in the garden because it hasn't been altered. It's got really deep roots. It absorbs minerals and all these things, and it's really not that bad. It's a little bitter, but it doesn't matter. You can eat for free if you really want to, if you're in the right areas. I'll do a foraging video too, so I'll teach you how to go out there. Did you know that you could actually eat tumbleweed, you people that are in Southern California and wherever else tumbleweed grows, but you have to eat the very, very ends where it's soft or the very beginning when it grows. Like I said, I'm going to go over all kinds of cool stuff that you can thrive on for next to nothing. So when you think about it, just think about it like this. What do you want to do? Do you want to feel dead? You want to feel alive? When you feel alive, you have a lot more fun. You have a lot more people. I know people are out there saying, well, I'm going to eat meat because, it's manly. No, it's actually kind of dumb, especially with all the hormones that they put in it. And, like if you've ever watched those, if you can stomach it, watch one of those little movies on how they treat animals. I don't want any part of that. When they kill them, okay, they say, oh, they don't have feelings. I guarantee when they kill them, they're scared shitless. Okay, if I saw my family hooked up, tied, beat, throats cut, I'd be shitting bricks. Okay, they're shitting bricks. And when they shit bricks, adrenaline's released and probably a lot of fear chemicals, and then go ahead and eat them. It's interesting. They've done a lot of studies on societies that don't eat meat, and they're a lot less violent than societies that do. Just something I'll throw out there. So, make a change. It's easy. Okay, and like I said, I'm going to coach you through this, and I'm going to do a lot of videos on it. Now, if you want to know the top in the fields of what we're talking about, these are the people that I respect, absolutely 100% respect, and trust their judgment and their health advice. And so I'm going to give you this list right now, and you can go on YouTube and watch every single one of them and get a great education from each and every one. My go-to guy is Dr. Brian Clement. Then it goes Karen Cabrisi, Dr. Edward Group, Barbara O'Neill, Gabriel Cousins, Annette Larkins. These are the people that I highly recommend to study. And there's a lot more, but those are my go-to people that are going to lay down the truth to help you out. So you go there, you watch some YouTube videos, and I guarantee that you're going to learn a lot, way more than I can give you. These people have been doing it way longer than I have, and they got a great grasp on it. I highly recommend that you study them. So go educate yourself. You'll feel better for it. The other reason that I eat healthy is humanitarian reasons, because I know for a fact that when you eat a pound of meat, it takes roughly 2,400 gallons of water, and 54% of the food, the grain, goes to feeding cows, and they need land masses for use, and they're cutting down the Amazon forest. And we really, really, really can't sustain eating meat right now. Since the Industrial Revolution, we've pretty much fished 80% of the oceans out. We're losing lots of land mass, and we're chopping down rainforest, which is not cool. And when the population doubles, there's no sustaining that. So you can eat healthy, you can live long without it. So if you make that jump, cool. If not, well, maybe we'll probably all die. Anyways, those are my advices to that. I'm not going to get too much into it because I'm not being too political here, but those are my reasons for it. So bottom line, like I said, with this whole thing is I eat very clean for the most part. I do screw up still, okay? I'm still in that learning phase, and there are moments where I just screw up. Recently, I screwed up in Vegas. Okay, I was in Vegas. What do you expect? I missed 3 flights not trying to get on the plane. I just missed 3 flights. So sometimes it happens, but you jump back up on the horse and you get up and you go again. The cool thing about that is you're going to look better. You're going to feel better. You're going to have more energy. You're going to be more consistent in thought. And it's just a good thing. So the first thing I do when I wake up in the morning is usually either do a green drink. And my green drink is a green drink. It's got all kinds of greens, but I will do a video on that. Or I do what I call my own variation of a drink that I concocted called Get Up and Gold, which is basically apple cider vinegar, turmeric, ginger, garlic, vitamin C, and lemon. And it tastes good with a little bit of pollen in there, and it tastes great. So the way I do my food and the way I work out and stuff like this is I do intermittent fasting, and they've also said that those people that eat the less live the longest because your body's not always breaking down food and using its energy to digest. And I really believe you don't need that much. I've been surviving just fine off of 60 grams of protein. I know you're conditioned to believe that it should be 1 to 1.5 grams of protein, but think about this. When did you grow the most? When you were a baby. Mother's milk is 5% protein. Just thought I'd throw that in there. So how'd you grow? Something to think about. Anyways, back to wherever the hell I'm going with this. I do intermittent fasting. So I basically eat for 8 hours of the day, and the rest I fast. And I give my body a break, and I let my body heal, and I let my body do what it does because it needs extra energy to get off all the toxins that are in the air, that are in the food, that are all around us. So, and here's something else I want to tell you about. When the food doesn't have enzymes, and think about it like this. If I gave you 2 seeds, okay, one you cooked, all right, and one you didn't cook, and you planted on the ground, you watered them, which one would grow? Which one's alive? Okay, you've killed one, one's alive. Eat the live one. And foods that are live or that are raw have the enzymes built into them. They have enzymes that are willing and ready to break down in your digestive system, so your digestive system doesn't really need to work so hard. Now, there's a theory out there about enzymes. Pretty much the most important thing is the catalyst for pretty much everything that works in your body. And they say, and this is going to be very broad, but they basically say, you have a certain amount of enzymes. So let's just say you start off with 1 million enzymes, all right? And now when you eat live food, it's got the enzymes in it, so it doesn't need to borrow from the bank. Now, if it's got dead food, then it's like, I can't break this down, so what does it do? It goes to the bank and says, hey, man, I need to borrow 1,000 enzymes to break this food down over here. So what it does is it takes from that, and then next thing you know, you're lower. Now, if you consistently eat dead food that doesn't have life force in it, you're robbing from the bank. When that bank's empty, adios, you're done. Take it off, whether up or down, whichever way you want to go. It doesn't really matter to me because I probably don't know you. Anyways, it's something to think about. You want to keep those enzymes there. So eat food that has the enzymes in it so you're not borrowing from the bank. It sucks when you borrow from the bank. They don't give a shit about you. When you're out, you're done. All right? So one more thing to think about. All right? Now, so I eat 8 hours a day. The rest of the time I fast and I do juices. And basically, like I start eating at 12, stop at 8, do my best not to eat at night. And then the next day in the morning, I do a lot of fluids. I do my Get Up and Gold drink. I do my green drinks. I do water, ozone water, all kinds of stuff. And that's flushing time. I'm just flushing out all the stuff that, was going on during the night. And I flush it out. And there you go. So then at 12 o'clock, I basically eat. And sometimes I'll eat 1 meal a day. Sometimes I'll eat throughout that whole entire 8 hours. It really depends on how I feel. I'm not one of these guys that say, measure this, measure that. No, that's not living, man. Trust me. I've been there. I've done that. I've been at 280 pounds, strong as an ox, eating the typical bodybuilder diet. And you know what? 9 guys out of 10 that eat that way don't have a lot of energy and they feel like shit most of the time and they're tight. Getting 44 years old, you want to be loose. You want to be like Tarzan swinging. doing your thing. You want lots of energy. Plus, you want lots of energy anyways. You're going to get a lot more done. And let me just tell you what a typical day is when you eat crappy and sugars and stuff like this. Get up, you're tired, you have your rushes, you maybe you nod off a little bit, you want to take a nap here and there. When you eat good, man, it's like up in the morning, all the way till, I mean, usually sometimes I get 6 hours sleep. Boom, I'm up doing stuff, and I'm a busy dude. So take what I'm saying. All right, trust me, this, I know it was all over the place, but I just want to give you an idea that it's in your best interest for you, your family, to grow your own food. And it's simple. You could do it in a windowsill. You could feed a family of 6 seeds and sprouts, and it's going to be the healthiest, most nutritious food that you can do. Nothing's going to be better than in a store, okay? And nothing's going to be healthier. So why not do that and take advantage of the situation that you have and love your family? I'm not saying you don't love your family if you treat them shitty or eat them that way, but you know, the way that things are going with health, man, it's in your best interest, okay? So hopefully that answered your question, even though it was absolutely 100% all over the place. But I will do videos on each and every segment that we talked about. That was just like the, ADD shotgun effect right there. So chew your food, chew it well, digest, and have a great day. Hypnotica out.